and then throw away the ladder. Now, I think an atheist is somebody who stands on the ground and says there's no ladder. Negative theologian climbs the ladder and then throws it away. And there's all the difference in the world between those two. I don't know, that's a sort of metaphor, and it's the kind of fancy answer you give on occasions like this when you're tired, and the long answer escapes me. But no, I think one does have to raise that question. There is something to me, as a kind of professional theologian, an actual believing Christian, I mean, because I am. I'm sorry to say. Absurd. Okay. I think that the closeness of belief, and I mean belief, to atheism is it's a sliver. It's a sliver. I think, I mean, I remember once giving a lecture which I said really irritated the atheists, and I don't want to irritate everybody who's an atheist, like Sam Patrick. But what I said was, the difference between an atheist and a negative theologian is that the atheist doesn't deny enough. It's all too easy. And when I was in a very tight spot in a debate with an atheist in Bristol University, I really was in a tight spot. He'd said something and I hadn't the first time what to say by way of an answer. I tried the following device. I said, right, look, at this stage I just want to stop for a minute and I want to lay a bet. I will buy a pint of beer. But anybody in the audience here who can in 3 minutes tell me why they're an atheist, if I can't get right what form of Christianity they are abandoning. And I said, look, they're Catholic atheists, and they're a Methodist atheist, and they're Presbyterian atheists, and they're a Quaker atheist, etc., and they're recognizable from the form of their denials, right? Well, I was in luck because one person got up and she spoke for 3 minutes in the strongest Belfast accent you've ever and you then were down to 2, Catholic or Presbyterian orange, and well, it was pretty obvious from what she said that she wasn't an ex-Catholic, right? So it was quite easy. Now, then last December or December before, I found myself in another public debate with an ex-Jewish agnostic and a card-carrying atheist. He was also a Brit, by the way, in New York, on a stage in front of about as many people as there are here, all of whom had paid $20 or something completely ridiculous to hear us on the stage arguing. And this Brit atheist basically had nothing to say. Why? Because he said, well, actually, I'm not really interested in the question. Now, that's a different kind of atheism. Do you see what I mean? Atheism simply says, there aren't any questions here to which the answer there is or there isn't a God makes the slightest bit of difference. It just doesn't matter. And it reminded me of Marx in one of his early writings, the so-called Paris manuscripts, 1844 manuscripts, which were only published in the 1950s. So they were just notes, talking about Feuerbach and how a plague ought to be visited on the houses both of Feuerbach, the German atheist, and his opponents, because what socialism was about was producing the kind of world in which the question of God no longer arose. The question no longer arose. So you no longer needed an answer one way or the other. It's a sort of infantile thing to be argued about, like children arguing as children do. When they grow up, they no longer have those issues and don't argue with each other about that. Well, at any rate, if they're women, they don't men. That's the story, anyway. There's a sort of grown-up kind of post-atheism, which Peter Hitchens and Dawkins are still in the infantile stage, do you see what I mean? And there is a certain sense in which they are. You know, they're really sort of 19th century atheists. And much more characteristic of the 20th century is the atheism which says, look, the answer there is a God is no worse than the answer there isn't a God, because the question doesn't arise to which either of them functions as an answer. So what you need to do is to get past the need to ask the question. And then well, blank actually.